Hey y'all, good morning, good morning. This is Coach Tonetta. I want to say good morning to you all. I hope y'all are doing well. I'm here to, of course, inspire you to think bigger and to, of course, empower you to become who you are. So I want to welcome you to this video this morning. This video this morning is talking about forgiveness. I had several people, of course, comment on some of the posts about forgiveness, forgetting, healing, and all those types of things. And I definitely want to, of course, address those this morning like I promised them. And let me tell y'all what the post actually said. Forget it enough to get over it. Remember it enough so it doesn't happen again. Then the other one says, people don't realize you can forgive them without ever speaking to them again. It's not a grudge, but a peace of mind. So like I said, I definitely wanted to, of course, address these things this morning as much as I can this morning in this video. Forgiveness to me, like I said, forgiveness to me is meaning that it's never for the other person. I don't know the exact definition. I don't have the definitions. I'm in my car, so I don't have the exact definition for you, but you can always search and look it up. But like I said, forgiveness for me and what it meant in my life, it means to, of course, like I said, it's always been for me to, of course, in order for me to move forward in my life. When I did not forgive people, I guess being unforgiven, I was, of course, very fucking angry. I was always angry. Had a horrible temper. You probably can't tell that today, but I had a horrible temper. Very bitter, resentful, hateful, all those types of things, wanting revenge and all those types of things. Allowing the somebody's name to come up or a situation to come up that was similar to mine, whether all the anger, I guess, whatever situation happened, I was cheated on. I had all types of stuff going on when it came to relationships. Whenever I hear about somebody else going through those things, how it triggered me so bad that I, of course, sometimes would go off or holler and yell at somebody that had nothing to do with the whole situation at all. And like I said, I had to realize that at some point I had to be the one to, of course, start dealing with those things, especially with the triggers when it came to me forgiving anybody. No, I never did call the people and tell them I forgive them, write letters. Well, I did write letters, but I never did send them off. I guess I put it that way. That was just like within like the last several years. But like I said, I did not call nobody, tell them that I know of, I forgive them, that kind of thing at all. My main thing was working with my inner peace. Like I said, I had to realize that in order for me to move forward and not be so angry, a hateful person, bitter, resentful, thinking everybody's going to be the same way, that kind of thing, I had to start working on that stuff. And like I said, that's where the healing and all the doing the work and all that kind of stuff comes in at. Like I said, it was for me. It was not for them, for me to go back and tell them, oh, I forgive you for sexually abusing me. Oh, I forgive you parents for always fighting and dad, you abusing my mom, or I forgive you parents for using drugs all these years, or I forgive you ex-husband for cheating on me and having these kids. I didn't go back and tell these people those things at all. Like I said, I wrote letters that are in my journal. Other than that, no, I did not talk to them about these things. I did talk to my ex-husband, just trying to get some clarification. What's going on? What happened? That really didn't really go well. So like I said, that was my last time asking anybody anything about any type of, I guess closure, I guess I put it that way. Cause I know most times when I have, actually all the time that I've asked for it, that kind of thing, trying to figure out what happened so I can best move forward. I never got it. I guess I put it that way. It was always all these excuses, all these types of things. But like I said, that's neither here or there. When it comes to forgiveness, like I said, it's always for you. It has always been for me. Like I said, to clear my mind of all the hate, all the anger, all the things that the folks have, whoever it was in my life that has given me some traumatic or drama-filled experiences. Like I said, I did, of course, you can go back and tell all these folks I forgive you or whatever. That's kind of up to you. I didn't do that. But like I said, definitely you can do that if you like. But like I said, when it comes to forgiveness, just realize that, and I'm going to look at one, I go through the first quote. Forget it enough to get over it. Remember it enough so it doesn't happen again. So forget it enough to get over it. For me, like I said, that means with the triggers. It's not that you're forgetting the situation. You will never be able to forget a situation unless you want to. I guess I put it that way. People can push things up under the carpet and bury things within their heart and mind and soul for years. It's going to come out in some kind of way in your behavior and how you react with somebody else anyway. It always will. Whether it's a romantic relationship, whether it's your kids, whether it's your parents, whether it's your job, whether it's your friends, no matter who it is, that behavior is going to come out. You can sweep things up under the carpet all you want, but it'll always come out. And take it from me, I had to learn that lesson the hard way. But like I said, forget it enough to get over it. Like I said, that always for me means the triggers. Not forgetting the triggers, but I know these memes, like I said, they can mean 1,000 things, but for me, it means triggers. Like I said, as far as the triggers, as far as me not allowing these people's names when they come up to, of course, make me mad, get upset, want to go fight somebody, want to go get revenge or kill these people, whatever the case may be. That's what it means to me. For learning how to, of course, lessen those triggers. Learning how to lessen those triggers when I heard somebody else been cheated on. For example, if a friend told, which they have told me that they've been cheated on by their partner, I'm not getting upset. Oh, you should forget him, fuck him, move on, all this kind of stuff. Not allow myself to get upset because of things that happened to me. Like I said, that's what it means to me when I'm thinking about forget it enough to get over it. In order for you to get over anything, you're going to have to learn how to lessen those triggers. I don't care if the trigger is you get upset, like I did. When I get upset, angry, all that bitterness, wanting to go retaliate, all those types of things, wanting to hold grudges. I held grudges for years for people. Some of the people have already died, actually. But like I said, I've held grudges for years for people. I guess held them in the past with people. I wasn't hurting those people. Those people have moved on with their life, regardless as to what they did to me, the trauma, the drama, anything. Them folks have moved on with their life. But I'm the one that's stuck feeling, like the victim, like I can't do anything any better, or like I'm always going to be abused, or so angry, so upset, so hateful, wanting revenge and all these types of things. Them folks have moved on with their life. I'm the only one that's what I had to come to. I was the only one that was upset with what happened in this situation, when the folks can give a fuck less about what happened years ago. Whether it happened months ago, years ago, whenever it happened, them folks have gone on with their lives. I'm sure living in peace and that kind of thing. And I'm the only one that has inner peace issues. I cannot allow myself to even love somebody else, or I couldn't allow myself to, of course, let go of this anger because I wanted revenge and wanted to hold grudges so bad. It was killing me inside. Like I said, that's what it means. Forget it, at least for me. Forget it enough to, of course, to get over it. I had to realize I had to get over these things, so that it was affecting all the relationships that I had when it came to my God kids, when it came to my partners, when it came to dealing with jobs, when it came to dealing with my family, friends. It affected all those things. And in some ways, it affected me not even wanting to, of course, befriend certain people because of certain things. Like I said, I had to realize how it was hurting me. It's not hurting those other people. They can curl less. Well, I can't say everybody can curl less what they did, but I'm sure they're going on with their life, not even worried about the situation no more, and don't even know how it's even affecting you. Believe me when I say that. They have no idea. You're the one that has the idea. They don't. And like I said, I had to hit rock bottom years ago in order to realize that. Then the next part of the quote, remember it enough so it doesn't happen again. Like I said, when I talk about the forgetting so you can get over it, that's releasing those triggers as much as you can so it won't affect your life, so you won't hold grudges, so you won't be all upset, angry, at times I actually wanted to commit suicide, all types of things. Like I said, you definitely have to forget it enough in order for you to move forward. Releasing those triggers is what I mean by that. But like I said, remembering it enough so it doesn't happen again. That's talking about boundaries for me. When it comes to, of course, remembering the situation, whatever happened. And it's not the situation itself, it's the lessons within the situation. For example, my ex-husband cheated on me and had, three kids, I think at the time. I found out about it, that kind of thing. And I had to remember that part, the actual lesson, to not allow somebody to, of course, get over on me like that again, or cheat on me. Well, as much as I can, because you can't prevent anybody from doing what the hell they're going to do. But of course, not allowing another partner to, of course, disrespect me in that manner. Not, of course, looking over the red flags. Not, of course, when it came to communication, and when it came to me asking him different questions about, are you cheating, or not getting the right answer, or a answer, I guess I put it that way as well. Like I said, I had to realize that those lessons that I learned within that's what I had to strengthen as far as my boundaries. When it came to, like I said, the red flags, noticing those red flags, and I act this way in my relationship. You don't have to, but when I see red flags, of course, I question them. If it's not an answer that I can, of course, take in fully in my heart, mind, and soul, I'm done with that person. When it comes to partners, like I said, some people are different. Some people will say, oh, honey. Well, actually, it just depends on the red flag. But like I said, when it comes to disrespect, when it comes to cheating, or them not knowing what the hell they want to do as far as my, how I fit in their life, I guess I put it that way. If you cannot tell me those things, I don't have time for you. Like I said, that's how I've done after the marriage. I guess I put it that way. After the divorce and that kind of thing, that's what I have done to protect myself. Like I said, I'm not going to sit up here and knowing that somebody I'm trying to like or trying to date, whatever the case may be, is already being disrespectful, is already telling me that they don't want any kind of relationship, is already telling me that they have folks on the side, or it seems like they have folks on the side. Oh, this girl's my friend and this kind of thing is going on. I go see her, but they ain't talking about the sex or nothing else. Like I said, those to me are red flags. And like I said, I'll be done with that situation, which I have done that many a times. I don't give a person a time or day to even try to get to know that person, to go any further, whether I think the person is cute or they have a nice car. I don't care about those things anyway. To me, the character, integrity, the loyalty, respect, all those things matter to me than anything material. I don't care what you're doing, have materialistically in your life. What matters to me is the character and integrity. It always has. Loyalty and respect. Like I said, if I'm not getting those things when I first start meeting you, talking to you, I don't care if it's the first damn time I met you. If you cannot be open and honest, I feel that if you cannot be open and honest with me, or I feel like you're holding stuff back, or I feel like you're half answering shit, I don't have time. Like I said, I know some folks go ahead and go on with the relationship and want to do all this. I just do not do that anymore, because I know I did that with my marriage, of course, looking over the red flags, or maybe he needs some help, or maybe I can try to change this thing. I know now that I cannot change anybody. And like I said, I know that going into things, especially when it comes to romantic relationships, I know for me, if that person is half-ass answering my questions, half-ass acting like they even want to be involved, half-ass acting like they can't even respect me, I just don't deal with it and go any further. I cut it off right then and there. Hello, goodbye, and be done with it. Like I said, that's what I have done. And those are the boundaries that I have built for myself. Like I said, everybody's different. You don't have to build these boundaries. But like I said, I had to get to a point where I knew better. Well, where I knew better, for one, and where I had to learn myself for two. Learning myself meant to realize what my boundaries currently are, what I needed to build my boundaries to be, the amount of self-love I had for myself, the amount of self-respect I had for myself, what my triggers were in these relationships and dealing with people. I had to go over all those things in order to heal those things. Like I said, I knew that I could not move forward with all this anger, bitterness, resentment, grudges in my life without healing these things. And let me look at the next quote. I'm trying to look. I see this son, y'all. People don't realize you can forgive them without ever speaking to them again. They may not realize that, but at some point you have to realize that if that's what you want to do in your life. There's some folks I don't speak to anymore. It just depends on the person and what happened, the trauma, the drama. If the person is trying to change themselves as far as not hurting others again the way they hurt me or that kind of thing. Like I said, people don't realize that you don't have to talk to them at all. You can you have your own choice as to whether you want to deal with somebody after they hurt you or not. That's up to you. I've chosen to, of course, be done with some of those people, and I've chosen, of course, keep some of those folks in my life, but at a distance. Not close where I'm calling them every day and want to go out to lunch every day or doing all these things. No, they're at a distance. Every once in a while, every few months, I'll check in how you're doing, how things are going. That's honestly about it. Like I said, that's with some people. Some people I don't talk to anymore. It just depends on the person and what the situation was. Like I said, I know enough of myself that I don't have to deal with any longer, have to include people in my life that's going to keep causing me trauma, dramas, being angry, being bitter, being wanting to hold grudges because people are doing these kind of things to me. I had to stop dealing with those kind of people. Like I said, that's what I had to do. I had to realize that if they're family, friends, I don't care how the hell long I have known you, if you cannot respect me enough to, of course, to even be in my presence, or you can't even respect me enough to, of course, to not talk down to me or anything else, I don't have time for it. And I don't need those folks in my life. But like I said, those folks do not have to realize that you don't have to speak to them again. You have to realize that within yourself. You have to realize what you're going to deal with and what you're going to put up with, and what you're not going to deal with and what you're not going to put up with. That comes with learning yourself. Like I said, that comes with the boundaries. All these things are intertwined. It's the same thing within yourself. You have to realize what you're going to put up with and what you're not going to put up with. I don't care if the person is your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sister, your husband, your kids. I don't give a fuck who the person is. You have to realize what you're going to put up with. How long are you going to keep being disrespected by these people? Like, even if it's a job, even if it's your friends that you've known for 20, 30 years, you have to realize that. You have to realize, like I said, within yourself, what are you willing to put up with? If you're willing to put up with people who constantly ask you to do stuff for them, and you're so scared to say no because you don't want to lose their love, that's something that you have to deal with. Yes, they can keep using you and abusing you all that they want because you keep saying yes to it, but you have to work on those things within yourself, not them. It all ties in, like I said, when it comes to You realizing that you don't even have to speak to people again or deal with people again. You don't have to do that. And like I said, I know I didn't have to do that. At a point, I was the yes girl. Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that because I don't want to lose these support systems, all this type of stuff. I had to realize at some point that I had to let this shit go. Because it was affecting me so much. I couldn't even live my life running folks to the store, doing this for these people when I wasn't even doing stuff for myself. Like I said, that's what I mean with these two quotes, I guess I put it that way. You have to realize that you have to start doing some things within yourself and realizing who you are and realizing how you're going to allow people to treat you. And what's this last part? It's not a grudge, but peace of mind. Yeah, like I said, I had a whole lot of grudges. I put it that way, a whole lot for a whole lot of different people. And like I said, I had to realize that at some point, them people have moved on with their life, no matter how they moved on. It really doesn't matter whether they moved on, moved to another city, died, whatever the case may be. They have moved on in some kind of capacity in my life. But I'm the one that's stuck with the resentment, the anger, the bitterness, the horrible triggers, because I'm allowing this stuff to affect me the way that it did. Like I said, I have no idea what the actual definition of forgiveness is in the Webster Dictionary, but like I said, this is what it means to me. I had to realize that in order for me to, of course, move forward in my life, in order for me to, of course, start creating more relationships with other people, whether it's job, friends, partners, that kind of thing, I had to realize I had to deal with all the things that I had not forgiven. It was sexual abuse. It was seeing my father beat my mom all the time. Seeing them use drugs my father actually died of a drug overdose. I was so upset and angry about that as well. My mother passed away when I was like 21 years old with cancer. I was mad about that as well because I never got a chance to have a mother that was sober that I can talk to, that I can actually learn something from. I guess I put it that way. I was so young when she passed away, and she was young in her 40s as well. There was a partner, like I said, who cheated on me and that kind of thing too. Had children, that kind of thing. A partner that was, I guess you can call it narcissistic or whatever the hell words you want to use, but they were just very insecure, sometimes emotionally abusive, all that type of stuff. I had to deal with a whole lot of things. Seeing people killed and murdered in front of my eyes. Like I said, I had all types of things that I was holding on to, that I wasn't forgiving the folks who hurt these people or forgiving the folks who hurt me. I guess I put it that way as well. And like I said, I had to realize that they have moved on with their life, but I'm still hurting. I'm the one that's still going through episodes of depression. I want to kill myself, all these types of things. Angry, cursing folks out. They had no idea what the hell happened to me, what was going on. Didn't have anything to do with the situation. But I had so many triggers and held in so many grudges and so hateful that people was like, okay, bagging away. Like, what the hell? Why you getting mad at me? I was just trying to tell you the situation. Now you getting an attitude, this kind of thing. That's how I was. I had a horrible temper. And very bad anger. Like I said, I had to realize that if I want to live a better life, I had to improve myself. And that's when it came to forgiving the things that happened to me. Like I said, I didn't call all the folks. Some of the folks have already passed on, telling them I forgive you that you did this to me. I haven't done any of that, except for, like I said, tried to talk to my ex-husband about the cheating, but that was really about it. Other than that, I haven't done any of that. I've let myself know. I put in my journal. I think I put a link in the description. And that link in the description of this video, I have several things if you want to check them out. There's an ebook that I wrote called Where Are You? It's actually a free ebook, actually. And I asked, this is the stuff that I guess I had to deal with and work through as far as, not everything, but some of the things in 7 different areas when it came to relationships and, career, all those types of things questions I had to ask myself to figure out who I was. And I put them in an ebook for y'all to get. Like I said, of course, it's free. Then there's also, my author's page that's on there, because I'm talking about journaling and that kind of thing. If you need a journal, check out the author's page. I have several journals on there that you can choose from. If you don't want to get one of those, go and get you a notebook or some a tab or something to write on to, of course, to get this shit out of your mind, y'all. Like I said, at some point we have to realize that the forgiveness is not for these people that hurt us. They can care less, but it's for us in order for us to move on in our lives. That's the point that I had to get to, because I was so damn angry, upset, hating God, hating every damn body, seriously. And I let some of the folks know, I hate you, I don't want you in my life. I said that to people. Like I said, howling and yelling at people for no reason when they're trying to tell me their story or something else going on. But these things had triggered me, I put it that way, because I hadn't dealt with the shit before. And if you don't want to call it forgiveness, just call it healing your triggers. That's all that it is, to me at least. You don't have to go and tell somebody that you forgive them unless you want to. 9 times out of 10, that situation may not look so good because they may not even realize how they hurt you, anything else. Some situations I have heard that some people have done that and it had worked out. In other situations, a lot more, I guess it went haywire, I'll put it that way. Folks have not dealt with their own issues either. And like I said, they've moved on, suppressed things, swept stuff up under the carpet, threw it out their mind while you're still the one that's up here angry, upset, bitter, feeling like you're a victim of all the time, wanting to commit suicide, wanting to, I guess, becoming depressed and all, having anxiety attacks and panic attacks and all this kind of stuff because of what they did to you. You have to heal those things. What happened has happened. There's nothing you can do about it. All you can do is right now is try to lessen those triggers and heal yourself as much as possible and rewrite your story any kind of way that you want to rewrite it as you as the victor. I always say that. You don't have to be the victim for the rest of your damn life because of some shit that happened to you. Like I said, I'm talking to myself as I'm talking to you. I had to realize those things. But you have to be honest with yourself. I was very honest with myself. Like I said, that's where some of those questions, and actually I have several different lists of questions I can share with y'all too. So if you want to journal on these things and write on these things, you can definitely feel free to do so. I won't do it today because I'm actually going to work shortly. But like I said, I will get them out there on that link soon, in the next week, I would say. And I will tell y'all about them as well. But like I said, I had to be totally honest with myself. What things am I holding on to that's hurting me? What things am I holding on to that's causing me anger? What things am I holding on to that's causing me to want to kill some fucking body and hold a grudge? What things am I holding on to that I feel like I'm the damn victim? Somebody's trying to use me and abuse me. What things am I holding on to where I'm not being disrespected? I had to ask myself all those hard questions. The same thing I'm telling you, you have to ask yourself the same hard questions if you want to start going through your forgiveness and healing journey. It's not going to do you any good if you're not asking yourself these hard questions. What did I fuck up? Whose life have I impacted that I done fucked up their life? I had to ask myself all those horrible ass questions in order for me to, of course, figure out who I was, what I've been through, how I was going to heal those things, what kind of triggers am I producing that's causing other things to go haywire in my life. I had to be the one to do that. Nobody outside of me cares about that. I have to care about that. And I had to care about that. And like I said, it's 8:25. I know I got to go in soon as I got to be in work shortly. But I'm hoping that this video is helping somebody realize that you're the one that controls your own level of forgiveness and healing and reducing your triggers. You're the only one that, of course, holds that key. Nobody else does. No matter the seeds I'm planting right now in this video, no matter the things I've said and post or whatever else, that's dealing with my life and what I've learned, sharing my lessons with you. You have to figure out your own lessons and figure out who you are and figure out what your triggers are, all those types of things. Like I said, if you don't want to use the word forgiveness, then don't use it. Who cares? Use the word lessen your triggers. It's the same thing. At least for me, that's how I view it. Lessening your triggers. So that the things that hurt you, you can start getting some inner peace from. I've been going through life, of course, in survival mode for so long. Of course, I had to take control of my life several years ago. Going through life in survival mode for me meant just living day by day, just living check to check, all these types of things. I had to learn how to take control of my life because it was killing me inside to sit there and be so all over the place all the time, feeling like I can't have I don't have any control at all. I had to realize those things. That's what woke me the hell up. You're going to have to realize those things about your own life if you want to move forward too. It's not what the fuck they did, it's what you're doing to your life, and it's how you're living. I had to realize that it's the questions that you're asking yourself is how you're trying to, of course, forgive the other. Like I said, if you want to say forgive or lessen those triggers. If forgive is so much of a hard damn word, just say lessen the goddamn triggers and be done with it. That's the same damn thing as forgiving. You're still lessening the triggers in order to heal whatever has happened to you so that you can have that inner peace. Because forgive seems like forgiveness and the word, what is it called? I forgot the other word. I'll think of it. But whatever, those two words, it seems like it caused people so much trauma, so much, like they don't know what it's talking about, that kind of thing. You substitute the words if you need to. You don't have to use the word forgiveness. You don't have to use the word forget if you don't want to. That's up to you. Use the words lessening your triggers about these situations, the traumas and the dramas that has happened to you in order for you to move forward. Those people out there that hurt you, they can care less how in the hell they hurt you. I'm sure they going on with their life. You're the one that's suffering. I had to realize that I was the one that's suffering. My insides was just, like I said, all up and down, depressed. I was suicidal at times. Like I said, I had horrible triggers, horrible anger, bitterness, resentment, hateful, all the wanting to go kill somebody, actually. And I tried to kill my ex-husband back, well, I wanted to, actually, back in the day for the cheating and that kind of thing. But I had to realize, yes, he did those things to me, but how am I going to heal from this? What sense would it make to hurt him over some shit that he's still probably doing at this present time anyway? I had to be the one to, of course, to heal from those things and to lessen the triggers behind those things. It's all included in forgiveness, y'all. And like I said, if you want to use that word, just use lessening your triggers. It's the same exact thing to me, at least. You may not look at it that way, but it's the same thing to me. In order for you to lessen your triggers, you're going to have to do the work. I had to realize that because I was, like I said, taking things out on everybody, not wanting to forgive people because of what they did. I had to realize that I was hurting myself. Forgiveness has all to do with you. Learning who you are, your triggers, your boundaries, your self-love, your self-respect, it has all to do with that. Forgiveness has all those things included. Your level of healing, your level of asking yourself those hard questions, your level of speaking the truth to yourself. It has all to do with that. Forgiveness encompasses a whole lot of things, not just forgiving somebody and saying, oh, I love you, I'm sorry this happened. I don't care if you do that at all or not. Forgive yourself for going through these things. And forgive yourself and let yourself know that it's okay and that you're the victor and that you can do better than that. And that you don't have to suffer anymore. It's all about the suffering, y'all. Like I said, I had to realize that it's about the suffering. I was suffering to death with all the shit that was going on within my mind, heart, and soul. That person was not suffering. I was. So with that, y'all, it's 8:30. I'm actually running a little bit behind, but I got to get into the office. But like I said, just if you have to replay this video back again, then go ahead and do that. But I hope that the words that I spoke this morning help somebody when it comes to forgiveness. I guess I put it that way. And it encompasses a whole lot more things than just saying, oh, honey, I forgive you. Oh, honey, I'm not going to think about it anymore. You're still going to have these thoughts in your head about what happened. Lessening the triggers instead of forgiveness. If that helps you move ahead better. So with that, like I said, this is your coach, Tonetta. I included a link, like I said, in the description of the video that can, of course, has resources in there, a free ebook. Of course, there's journals that you can, of course, get so that you can start writing these things out. So with that, y'all, I'm going to have to go ahead and go because I'm late for work. So take care, y'all. Have a great day. If you have any more questions, just feel free to write them down below. It's no problem. Or send me a DM. Either one is fine. Take care, y'all. Have a good one.